from days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe.
Robots in disguise.
Assemble.
Hey, we are canceling the apocalypse!
What up, party people? How you doing? Today, we're going to look at that little Marvel live stream. It's been a day, guys. It's been a real day. Earlier, my internet went out. I actually didn't watch the live stream. I actually caught pieces of it later. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I thought I was going to have to cancel again, but I didn't, thankfully. Here I am. Hope you are too. If you're not, and on the replay squad, cool. Anyway, let's talk about stuff I got because I got stuff. You like stuff? I like stuff. Okay, I stole that from Chad, but we're still gonna go with it. Okay. One thing finally, got my Arctic Steel Brigade. I'm happy with this figure, really am. I I've gone on record saying, that the Desert Steel Brigade was really stiff. This is not as stiff. It's not smooth as butter, but it moves. So, you know, I don't know. People have been complaining about Vala and his stiff joints. I am just saying, is there stiffness? Yeah. Is it bad? I've seen worse. So that's my pronunciation on that. I didn't have to warm it up though. So I was really happy to get that. I also got this on sale, Rescue from in game. That's gonna sub as my comic rescue because there is no comic rescue, and why would there be? Exactly. But I thought it was a nice little thing to have, and I was like, okay, I got that with BBTS as well. I have said this a couple. Well, first, oh no, he lost his turban. Let me correct that. Why would he lose a turban? Who would lose a turban? None other than the Iron Sheik. Got that guy. That's an awesome, awesome win. Uh, I've mentioned this a few places. Got Vulcan, got Maggot, got Darwin. Pretty cheap, which means I have completed Homebreaker. Nice. So I'm happy about that, of course. Nerd Zoic, I got a couple of things. I've got him in a plastic baggie because I don't want to lose his stuff. The Grail Knight and Tote. What Tote means is I've pretty much completed the Ark of the Covenant. I got to dig out the eagles on top, but I've got it. And boy, now that I have it, this is so damn cheap. This is just so damn cheap. The plastic is practically translucent. Damn you, Hasbro. What the hell you doing to people? No wonder we all got this on clearance. Seriously. I wish there was something else. I'm looking around trying to figure. Oh, got the cartoon He-Man figures. Those are being those are on set being shot. I got from our good buddies at Hella Dope. And let me see what else was there. Seemed like I had more. Oh, wait. Yeah, this to me was a grail. Because I've been bitching about this figure for a long time. I've been very loud about my bitching too. Because this figure was sold either extraordinarily high or I kept waiting on every live stream for Hasbro to say, "Oh, we're doing a new version." But I finally got Wolverine in his brown costume for a decent price. Nothing exorbitant. I was so damn happy. And yeah, he's got his fists and his head there. I believe this is the retro card version, if I'm not mistaken. But I was ecstatic to get that in today because I have wanted a brown costume Wolverine. Brown costume Wolverine's my favorite, by the way. I've wanted one forever, and in Marvel Legends, in modern Legends form, yeah, he's got pins, etc. But you know what? After all I've been through trying to get that figure, I'm going to accept it and move on because that's one of those figures. It's like him and Silver Surfer are my two top prizes of figures for Marvel Legends, and so I got one. If I can only find Silver Surfer at a decent price. Okay, so speaking of Marvel Legends, there was a live stream today. Did you hear? Yeah, there was. And because of it, I did a slideshow. All right, I'm gonna be up front. This is the quickest live show I've ever slideshow I've ever put together. I literally downloaded these from everywhere I could find them. I saw bits of it, and it was like, "Hey guys, we're excited to bring you blah." Seemed like every clip I had. I don't know how this people get excited, but people apparently get excited. I don't know. I saw some people getting excited over this. I cannot understand why. This is the Fantastic Four 2-pack. Turns out it was not a Wolverine anniversary 2-pack for Spider-Man and Wolverine in the Fantastic Four. They were in there with Franklin and Valeria Richards. Okay, some people really love this. You have my sympathies. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Ian. I must acknowledge the chat. Sorry, I didn't notice your all's comments until just now. Some people get really excited about this. I don't know why. I am trying not to shit on it, but at the same time, okay, I think Wolverine looks like crap in blue. Hence, I got brown costume Wolverine. I like brown on Wolverine. I don't like. He even looks fine in yellow. I say as I bring down my animated one. Yeah, looks fine in yellow. I don't like Wolverine in blue. I just think it's not his color. It's just weird to me. Um, if you like it, I'm not trying to shit on your likes, but I don't. I didn't like this storyline. I thought it was forced. Da da da. And it's like, oh, let's put Wolverine and Spider Man in here, and we have like popular characters. So yeah, there was that, and then there was. I did want to talk about this because I remember reading this comic and looking at this, going, "Where's his webs?" It's literally a blank blue slate, which doesn't seem Spider Man to me. I mean, this Spider Man right here. This guy has webs. Every Spider Man has some form of webs on there. I I can't get behind this. I couldn't believe people were excited for it. I was really surprised. Kelly, which repaints are these? I'm not sure. This was on the Legends Marvel Legends live stream today. This was a box set. Let me go back a couple of slides for when Wolverine and Spider Man joined Franklin and Valeria in the Fantastic Four. It was a very short lived thing. I didn't like it. I'll be honest. I didn't like Wolverine. I really despise this Spider Man because it looks like a lazy webman. That's my opinion. Just my own opinion. Uh, and if you know who Webman is, you understand the joke. This just seems like a lazy Webman to me. And I like they have been paying too much attention to T Max multiverse choices. I can't argue with that. That's a good point. I did not even think about that, Ian, until you just mentioned it. Good observation. Huh. Yeah, because this is this is one of those storylines I'm like, I it, it's kind of fun but in a bubble, but like you put it in a greater Marvel universe, it's kind of lame. Uh that's what I have to say about that. There was this 3 pack. Sharon Carter, Nick Fury Jr., and Dum Dum Dugan. According to Dave from Displaying Model Behavior, this is going to have a swappable head for Nick Fury Sr. I don't really see a point in this. I mean, this isn't bad, but it's not great either. I'm not a past Fury. I'm not a big Shield fan. It's like Fury is running Shield, and Shield's kind of in the background to me. Yeah, Black Series is doing it too. Was that Kelly? No, he didn't have sculpted lines. I don't think. I didn't. I never picked up Webman. I think he had painted lines, but even still, he had lines. So, that's a valid point. I'm gonna kind of gloss over this one because I'm not too enamored by it. I don't hate it, but it's like it's not something I want to add to my collection either. Excuse me. All right, this was one that caught me. All right, I gotta touch on some things with this. Zola is the same damn build a figure from 12 years ago. And I was looking and I'm like, that can't be. And nope, it is. It's the same one. Helmet has some retooling, but not much. Or I'm sorry, that is not Helmet. That is wow. I have drawn a blank. Dude, this is the original Baron Zemo. That's the point. Helmet is Zemo 4. This was the original. Those are the only two that matter to me. Uh, I would really like this Zemo. I'm not gonna buy this Zola for it. Again, this is a 2 pack. It is an Amazon exclusive. I mean, if they would have retooled Zola, I would think about it definitely. But without the retooled Zola, I'm like, no, no. I mean, Zemo is good. I don't hate him. I like him. I don't, but I'm not gonna go that. Well, okay, if it hits clearance, I'll do it. But If it doesn't hit clearance, forget about it. You know? I mean, I don't have a Aram Zola, so it does fit into my collection, but at the same time, I never really liked Aram Zola, so I'm not really worried about it. An alternate off period version. I try to forget that existed. Well, Zola was colorful. I mean, in the comics, he's colorful, so it's comic accurate. Uh, in a comic form, it kind of works. In a real life form or in a action figure form, sometimes it doesn't. Aram Zola is a good example of how that is. Uh, the only thing I can recommend is go back and look at some comics, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, this was a decent one. I'm kind of not offended by it. I think this Doctor Strange is good enough. Yeah, I can see some reuse done, but you know what? It's different enough. The anime version is slightly different. I do like it. Uh, you know, and they said up front, these are two guys that never had a scene together in the cartoon. And that's true, they didn't. But I do kind of like this Morbius. This is a lot better than the comic Morbius that they've tried to throw at us. I've never liked the comic Morbius. But this one, I'm like going, I did always like his look in the animated series, and this doesn't bother me so much. And the box is nice on this one. VHS copies of it. I mean, there is a nice aesthetic to the copies. Um, I've made jokes a million times about the VHS boxes and like open them up and like son of a bitch, there's no figure in here, and the figure's already been opened. So yeah, it's like I've made tons of jokes. That got old when the plastic free packaging became a thing. So I was like, I thought about doing it again, but I'm not. But I did that joke, Wolverine especially, the first one. Huh. Doctor Strange could be a good custom base for Mandrake. I never even thought about that. Ian, that's a good observation. Um, yeah, let me go back to Strange here. I mean, I like this. I mean, I can see some reuse here from the Walmart exclusive one that we got was it last year or the year before? I know it sat at my Walmart for 19 bucks for weeks, and I was like so surprised nobody bought it. And then like boom, like it just finally sold out. I don't know what happened, but it's finally sold out. But I have it, and I love that Doctor Strange. I think that's one of the best Doctor Stranges they've ever done. This does not surpass it, but it's like good. It's really good. I really like it. I mean, obviously the head's different, the cape is different. I believe that's the same spell effect and the same hand gestures, which is, I mean, once you get it right, what are you gonna do, right? But yeah, I do like this set. I may pick up this set because this is kind of up my alley. The Daredevil Hydro Man set is like okay. I really want the Hydro Man, but I don't want that Daredevil. That's a problem. Then we had Target exclusive Retro Carnage. I mean, good for Carnage fans, but it's this Carnage right here who sits on my desk. That's him, right there. I have this Carnage already. The only thing I really feel is different. I noticed the teeth when I was putting the slideshow together. Oh yeah, those teeth are different, and I think this is slightly different. They have some new weapons with him, but honestly, I don't see it as that big of an upgrade from this. Um, that came out in the Venom Pool Wave. This one did, I think. And I like it. It's been available 17 times since. If you haven't got it, I think it's still available. And I mean, I don't see the point of this one. Um I guess if people didn't get Carnage the first time, okay, but I don't see how you missed that Carnage. It was on Nerdzoic for like forever. I mean, that's just gross. You mean Carnage? Well, I mean Carnage is gross, so the effects would be nice, but otherwise cool. I like the effect. I like the new effects. Yeah, those are interesting, but I don't think it's enough to buy the figure. Looks like he skydived without a parachute. Carnage does look like that. And then I got really excited when I saw Prowler. And I saw he's a Walmart exclusive, and I was like, damn it! Damn you to hell! All right. I, I did end up getting Craven through Nerdzoic. I'd say this one will probably make his way to Nerdzoic too. There's no reason to doubt it. He gets all kinds of Walmart exclusives. I don't know how Nerdy does it, but I like that he does it. Yeah, if that's your first Carnage. Yeah. Yeah, the only way I see it works is new collectors. Um, Carnage is one of those oddball characters. I think he's borderline. Venom and Spider-Man, yeah, those guys are kind of top tier. Almost everybody wants them. Carnage, it's like, some people remember the game, Maximum Carnage. Yeah, yeah, Justice Society. God, you're on my page, man. I would love to get a good Justice Society. That's yeah, very awesome. Okay, so then we get to the wave. This Dark Winter. Uh, okay, so if you don't know, Thor Herald of Galactus last year. This is Galactus's kind of opposite member who devours universes. And so he devoured Galactus's universe. And then he takes form as Thor. It's a stupid storyline. It's really dumb. It's the same one that has the Obsidian Surfer, and it's like the point that this guy shows up, it's gone done stupid. It's damn stupid. It just goes too far. It's like, give me a freaking break. I am not even in the slightest enamored by this action figure. But this explains Dave's model behavior did say that there was a repaint of Thor in darker colors. Well, that makes okay. Dark Winter makes sense. That's what it is. It actually makes sense. This is mostly um, Harold Galactus Thor. I think the hair is the only thing that's new, and I'm not enamored by it. I don't like it. I would never want this. This is not something. I mean, Dark Winter is a character. He took this form for like a couple of pages, but it's like, yeah, this is something I would not ever even think about putting into an action figure form. And I think it's rather pointless. But they did it. Yes, Ian, it is a really fine cut of a figure. I was really surprised to see it because it was like it doesn't I really had to think about, oh yeah, that did appear in the story. It was just bad. I mean, it's just a bad story. I honestly think it's like a school kid tried to you know, up one up Walt Simonson's epic story about the Celestials, and it just didn't work. Is my opinion of the story, and it kind of this fits into that story. I don't like it though. I really don't. Like a deep dive. Yeah, that storyline is. It's a deep dive into the people. Okay, Superior Iron Man. I have to be honest, I never liked Superior Iron Man because Tony Stark was a bad guy, and then all of a sudden, oh no, we'll flip a switch and he's a good guy again, and then this is gone. Because of that, this whole thing does not resonate with me. It's I think you could have done that in a way that would have been rather compelling and not just flip a switch kind of thing. Uh, y- yeah, I know that sounds weird, but I think it was better way than what it was handled. As such, this is not. I have this one. It's not even doesn't even look like this. It's more of a silver one, which I think is much better. It's in 1/18th scale in my Marvel Universe line, but I think I like it better. This white I don't like. I don't like it all, and you know, I'm kind of like blah with. If you're wondering, I'm putting my Steel Brigade away because I got two of them, and I'm put them in a baggie for the video. So, but love that Steel Brigade. Okay, white isn't a bad color on the right figure. Steel Brigade works. Iron Man does not. Yeah, it I agree. It looks like an unpainted prototype. It's kind of rough. So yeah, I'm not digging it. Here was the big deal, Icarus, and I've seen people really go gaga over this. Oh well, look at all this new tooling. Look at this. Look at this. I'm like, it's fucking Icarus. I am not an Eternals fan, comic or movie. I was not when they said they were doing an Eternals movie. I said how, and then I saw it and I was like, how? It didn't work for me. This does not work for me. Uh, you know, Icarus has never worked for me. The very original, very first Eternals miniseries is the only time the Eternals has ever worked for me. Outside that, this, I mean, at least he looks like he came out of that series. That's cool. But at the same time, it's like, okay, but past that series, I didn't care, and they didn't borrow any of that for the movie. I mean, they went completely off the deep end with that movie. It was kind of ridiculous. And I don't think I need to talk about the movie that much. Oh, sorry. I wouldn't call Icarus another Marvel Superman. If you ever get the chance, read the original um, Eternals miniseries. To me, that worked. After that, they didn't work, but to me, that worked. And it was one of those Kirby thing. It was one of those Jack Kirby ideas that when you see it the first time, it's like, ooh, cool. And then every subsequent way after it, it's like, this doesn't work. You're not doing it the way Kirby did it. Yeah, no, Icarus is a poor substitute for Superman, but at the same time, he's not Superman. I mean, honestly, he lives up to his name. He's the guy that flew too close to the sun. No, I'm not meaning literally like in the Eternals movie. I mean, he did fly too close to the sun in a metaphoric sense in the storyline. It makes sense in the storyline. Again, back to that early Jack Kirby original idea. Go there, you get what I'm saying. Anything else, you're not going to get what I'm saying. It's like, I would highly recommend, if you can find it in trade or whatever, pick it up. It's worth the read. Past that original miniseries, I am not an Eternals fan. Never have been. And I think Eternals is kind of a very, I don't want to say niche, but it's like very confined. Right there is where it fits. Everything else after just doesn't work. They tried, it doesn't work. So I'm not interested in this at all. I mean, well, I won't say not. I think it's called Eternals. I haven't looked for it in a long time. I don't think I have it actually. Um, but yeah, check Amazon for Eternals. I think it's there. I will check after the show and find out, and leave something in the comments. All right, Red Widow. Okay, I gotta admit, I'm coming around to this one. I didn't like her when they first revealed her, but I don't know. I mean, she's kind of unique. I know who the character is. I don't really think much of her, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, this is looking interesting. Uh, I don't hate it. I mean, maybe. This is my maybe. I've got this is like definitely if it was at Ollie's. Yeah, definitely at Ollie's. Beyond this, I don't know how much we're gonna get at Ollie's. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a lot of stuff from the past year, but not after that. This one is an Ollie's if anything. Don't hate it, don't love it. That simple. But winning me over. I'll say that winning me over. It just I think it's that bladed staff weapon. I like that. Okay, so everybody I've had to laugh today because everybody has been calling this guy E-Man, and it's Kazar's a ripoff of Tarzan. You know, um, yeah, I give you that. He-Man's a ripoff of Conan, but they are slightly different characters. Kazar is a jungle dude. He just got blonde hair instead of black hair. Tarzan had black hair. I crack up at everybody calling him He-Man. Somebody pointed out it looks like his head is a Steve Rogers head with new hair, which I'm like that's funny. That's really funny. Again, don't hate him. Well, no, I hate the character. I don't hate the figure. This is a definite pass for me. I just don't like the character. That's all. It's not anything to do with anything. I there's so many sub references in that I can't keep up. By the way, I mix mash this all together. If you see these look familiar, I stole them. Anyway, the one people have been asking for Wolfsbane. I think this character looks cheap after all these years of us asking for Wolfsbane. I think she looks cheap. And it was like, is it this picture here? I can't tell. There was one picture I looked and it looked like she had single jointed knees, and I was like, what the hell? Don't mean to say so much. I I don't hate her. I don't love her. I mean, I think somebody pointed that out, and I looked at him like, wow, that does look like the Rogers face. So I'm thinking maybe they did. I mean, I'm going to get to something about Hasbro laziness in just a moment. But this is Wolfsbane. At least this is new and is a long sought after character. I don't know if it's sought after by me. Uh, I was never a big Wolfsbane fan. I was never. I love Peter David's writing, but I didn't like his writing on X Factor. Now I think his time on X Factor, he really did the best X Factor that could be done. But you know that doesn't make me love these characters anymore. Uh, you know, I don't have I don't have X Factor Havoc or X Factor Paralysis. I have Havoc and Paralysis. I just don't have an X Factor. As strong guy, I have the latest multiple man. I don't have the X Factor multiple man. I don't know. This is a big maybe for me, and I need to decide within the next few days, probably, what I'm going to do with this. But the big reveal is Mr. Cable himself. I tried to find something here, and I didn't. But I thought this cable had been released before. Almost exactly this. It has pinned arms. So it seemed, but I swear I thought I had been doing an eBay search on cable, and I thought I saw this almost exact figure. I mean, maybe the blue was a shade brighter or darker, but I could have swore this was been done before. And I could be dead wrong. To get it at a regular retail price, though, I'm okay with, because the one I saw was like $45, and I was like, no, not gonna get it. So this one at, regular retail, I'm like, okay, that's passable. I know a lot of people really got pissed off about this one because they're like, what's he doing with pinned arms? Yeah, exactly. It's yeah. Why do you have pinned arms? But then I thought, wait, isn't this a reissue? And I think it is. I could be dead wrong. You know. And God, did I include the group shot in here? No, I didn't. Okay, and then the build a figure is Zabu. If you don't know, that is Kazar's pet saber-toothed tiger, saber-tooth. Well, really, saber-toothed lion. Um, cool figure. Don't despise it, but it's a build a figure. I don't want to buy the whole damn way for him. I like Zabu better than I'd like Kazar. I would rather have Zabu be the figure and Kazar be the build a figure. That's just my thoughts. That's just me. Putty tat. I mean, I do. I always did like Zabu better than Kazar. It's so weird, isn't it? In some ways, they kept saying that. We see we finished teams, guys. I mean, it was like, I hope you mean on Kazar, because my hair is real. See? I'm giving you a hard time. Yeah. Um, I don't disagree on the Kazar though. But yeah, I would rather have a Zabu figure than a Kazar. Honestly, I mean, yeah, the tiger. They say saber tooth tiger in the comic. I'm looking at him going, there's nothing tiger about that. There's a saber tooth lion, maybe, you know. But still would rather have him than have Kazar. Just my opinion here, people. But anyway, that is the Marvel live stream today. Let me take a score here. One definite, one maybe, one maybe. If I can find it. So we'll say that's maybe. That's four. That's three maybes and one definite. A no. A lot of no's. Uh, two definites. Okay, we'll count that as two definites and three maybes. One clearance and then nothing. So two definites, three maybes, one clearance. The rest, that's a lot of figures to have that kind of a reaction to. Cosmo in pieces. Don't leave Cosmo alone. I like Cosmo. So anyway, we're talking about Kazar, Steve Rogers' head, and yeah, because Be honest. Hasbro's getting damn lazy. Why do I say that? Because today also, and I couldn't believe it, we got this. Our buddy Nerdy at Nerdzoic pre-order Marvel Legends 80th Anniversary Colossus Juggernaut 2-pack rerun. This popped up at Entertainment Earth. This popped up at Hasbro Pulse. This is legit a redo of this highly popular and pretty good pack. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Anyway, you know, I don't like the tearaway helmet on Juggernaut. That's the only thing I would complain about. I have pulled down this Colossus. I have this pack, this Colossus. I love, love, love this Colossus, and I really like this Juggernaut. I fully admit this is a good pack. I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think this originally sold for $75. I want to say it was less. This is a cool thing, the glowing eyes in the mask. It's hard to pull off. You can't really do. I mean, capturing it on camera. I don't know how. I think they must have photoshopped it here. I tried to capture it on camera before, and it didn't work. But this is a cool effect. I mean, it looks cool to you. Doesn't look cool to anybody else. But both of these figures are freaking awesome. As I hold them in my hands, these are freaking awesome. This Jughead is a little light. Damn, he's cool. He is damn cool. He sits right here on my desk, right beside a Hulk. I mean, I do love this Juggernaut. This is probably one of my favorite Marvel Legends to date. This is my favorite. Colossus sits over here on my X Men shelf. I don't know if you can tell that's my X Men shelf or not. 'Cause my camera sucks. I admit it, but usually he's right in the back of the line of the X Men. And I mean, it's a really cool set. I really like it. But dude, this was released in 2019, I think. It was the 80th anniversary collection. And then you've got this, you've got the two Deadpools, um, this Deadpool again, and then the one on the scooter. Well, this is so mad. I mean, sorry, I looked down and I saw this. It's cool. I'm here. Yes, it is cool. Thank you for being here, my friend. Uh, anyway, this is laziness. I mean, these are perfectly accessible on the secondary market. There is no reason to be reissuing these as a pre-order. I mean, thank Nerdzoic to hell and back again for doing stuff like that. I mean, but then again, he's just trying to run a business, and he knows this is going to sell for people who missed it. And I don't blame him. I would do the same thing. Absolutely. It's $75 though. I really think this one was like. I really think this originally came out for like 50. I want to say that. I don't know. I know it was a little more expensive than a normal 2-pack because these guys are freaking enormous, as they should be. But you know, it totally. They didn't even change the packaging. I'm like, so are we just gonna? I don't know. Reissue all figures that sold well and are going high on the secondary market. I think this goes for like, I think this 2-pack goes for $100 now on the secondary. I got it before it got that high, but yeah, that's like weird. I mean, the hair turns to organic steel too. Just saying. Chad with a face palm. Yeah, 75 American, probably be 110 Canadian. Yeah, I was really surprised by that price. Because I mean, this is they didn't even do new packaging. They just totally redid this whole thing. I was like, really? Uh, yeah, I was like, when they did the Deadpool with the Vespa, with the scooter, I was like, okay, that seems close to what it was originally, so it's not too bad. This seems a little hyped up, a little overpriced. I, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but that makes me feel like you know. I know they've laid off a lot of the designers and they're outsourcing them now. But dear lord, I mean, it's just like you're too damn lazy to do a new Colossus. I mean, Colossus is the easiest character in the world. You know, put metal, shine it up, produce. You know? It's like in Marvel, honestly, I think Marvel is one of the easier properties to deal with because as far as designing goes, it's not that you have to design. It's like which design do you use because you've already had the designs because the designs are done for you. Um, kind of like GI Joe, and I think they're pushing GI Joe pretty hard. And it's like all they're doing is looking back at old designs and just doing, let's upscale that. And that was fun for a while. It's gotten boring to me. Uh, you know, uh, they're trying to do a couple of original things, and the original things I'm kind of looking at going, keep trying, boys, keep trying, and other. His name tells you who he is, right? Yeah. Ooh. Hmm. Is there a wave I would like to see re-released? That's a good question. And as far as Marvel Legends, I gotta think. Okay, re-released. Let's just say updated and then re-released because I think the Ronin wave was one of my favorite waves of the new when Hasbro took over Marvel Legends. I think that was one of my favorite early ones. And I would say if you could update those figures and then re-release it and update Ronin as well. Yeah, okay, that would be one. Trying to think what was before that. Crap, I can't even remember. I mean that what was Nightcrawler in? I think he was in Juggernaut Wave, wasn't he? Yeah, that might be a good one too because I just want that Nightcrawler so bad. I want that Nightcrawler so bad. I'm getting a Nightcrawler from X-Men '97 as a substitute because I'm still dealing with Toy Biz Nightcrawler over here. I mean, it's like that's my last Nightcrawler. It's like I haven't liked the Nightcrawler since. Ironmonger 2 pack? God, I don't know because you know what? I looked down on the secondary market. That's going cheap. I mean, it was like $30. Uh, and I mean that's with Obadiah and the Ironmonger. So I can't imagine they would do that. I think they their big attempt was Detroit Steel. I really like the Marvel Netflix figure, but yeah, God, those are okay. I would like that for the Man Thing build a figure, which supposedly they're going to release later this year. Uh, just because I love Man Thing. That sounds weird. I love Man Thing. No, I just love swampy creatures. Okay, that's what it is. Uh, anyway, so that was the Marvel stream. It was. I mean, I got to be honest. It was just okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. You know, all three of the guys were just kind of like, "Hey, we're excited." You could see the lack of excitement on their faces. Normally I would reserve something like this for what the hell happened this week, but I didn't have. I had a. I didn't have a guest. Had a guest last week, and all the internet things started happening, so I couldn't do a show. And then this week I couldn't secure a guest, so I was just like, yeah, there's a Marvel Legends stream. I'll go off of that and just do that next week. Hopefully I'll have a guest. But you know, what did you miss, Kelly? I'm lost. But yeah, anyway, kind of end towards the wrap up because normally this show goes 2 hours. I think I'm gonna go an hour because we went over the live stream, and there's not much after that to really talk about. I'm gonna go back over this again on what the hell happened this week. This is the B show. It's my B show. Oh, Ironmonger 2 pack. Okay, Kelly, I understand. Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on that one. I like it and I don't like it at the same time. Nearly 2 a.m. here. I could probably consider sleep at some point, possibly. Wow, Ian, where are you at? Just out of curiosity. I never thought to ask before. I'm in the States, obviously. It's almost 9 o'clock here. But um so talking about collecting and stuff like that and oh, in the UK? Cool. All right. Uh, I got I guess I got several internet buddies that are from the UK, so cool. So talking about collecting, it's like, obviously I'm getting sick of Marvel Legends. I'm sick of Joe Classified. Action Force still holds some interest for me. Uh Animal Warriors Kingdom still. Uh, there's a few here and there. It's like my collecting, my collecting, my collecting focus is changing. That means my channel's going to change. So getting a lot more into the 118 stuff. I don't know if you saw if you saw this bad boy. I love this thing. It's a great Chinook chopper. I'm gonna save a little secret for the video, but this is a great Chinook chopper. And I talked a lot about the chopper. I've not talked about what it came with. It had a Jeep, a pontoon, and a bike, and three figures, and a bunch of weapons. There's a lot going on here. It's one of those. It's not Chat May. It's Joyan, which is a similar company, but like it's really really cool. It's a big beefy helicopter that has a lot of play features. Mython the Python, who sometimes regularly is on the replay squad, he is doing a Cobra version of this, which I thought was really cool. This is for Joe's for me. I may do get some Repo Joe decals to put on this, but this is going to be Joe for me. I just because I think it's a Joe type weapon. But anyway, there's a little shift towards this kind of stuff because this is the kind of stuff I grew up on. This is the kind of stuff I love first and foremost. There's that. You know, I've said repeatedly that my Marvel Legends collection might be where it needs to be, with a few exceptions. Silver Surfer. There's a couple others, but Silver Surfer is the main one. I have Brown Costume Wolverine now, so that's done. It's So yeah, that's gonna shift. I am probably gonna get into a very slow gathering of DC icons and DC um, classics. I used to have a good collection of DC classics, and that got swiped. I'll just say it that way. Now I'm feeling like the Marvel is like where it needs to be. I've got a few DC classics that I've grabbed that I really like. Some of my favorites: uh, Flash, Green Lantern. There's a Batman. There's a Batgirl. I have. Those are really cool. You know, but still, there's some characters I want from DC, so I'm getting into that range. Not McFarlane. I got McFarlane Swamp Thing. Okay, it's workable because Swamp Thing grows. I got the Anti Monitor. I'm very disappointed in that figure. I watch my video, you'll see why. Anyway, you need the dude in the suit. Who's the dude in the suit? Dude, I'm a regular on the 1/8 team. Anytime Wilhelm's on, watch. I'm right there. Telling you right now. Dude, I am the 1/8 team. I just dove down. The only time I've ever dove down the 1/12 scale was the Marvel Legends. That led me to Action Force, which led me to AWOC, which led me to Geo Classified. And it's been a bit of a rabbit hole. And I'm kind of going, wait a minute, I'm done. I'm done. Jeff Bridges, okay. I'm done with that rabbit hole. I don't hate it, but I'm getting done with that. I got one last push in that rabbit hole this year, and then I'm done. And mostly that's going to be getting those. Speed Demon is a good one. Speed Demon's been on my list forever. He's part of the um not Deadly Foes of Spider-Man, but Superior Foes of Spider-Man, something like that. Anyway, that's one I just been like, okay, I just need to have him because he's in that group, and I've never bothered. And like probably this week I'm going to get that one. I've had my eye on him in a couple of places. I'm like, good prices. I'm going to get him. There's a couple of those guys I'm going to just fill the gaps in and go. Really thinking about that Green Goblin Mary Jane pack just to get Green Goblin off the list. Seriously. It's like Jesus. That's one I just like. I don't have a Green Goblin. I should have a Green Goblin by now. Yeah, and there's some gaps in my 50th and 25th anniversary. I'm starting to fill up. God. Okay. Yeah, I got these blowtorch and heat viper, and I had both the steel brigade and iron grenadier, but I was like, doesn't hurt to have another. So yeah, I just grabbed them, and it was a reasonable price, so I just grabbed them. It was really cool. You know, getting ready to do these videos, so yeah, and I just put them in plastic baggies just to not lose the parts before I do that. I'm not shot them yet. Yeah, they're often cheaper. Well, sometimes. That's a big one that people have been complaining about Delta 17, and I don't think it's a fair complaint. It's like, well, these prices, It's like, $25 for an indie company for an 1/18th figure is a going rate. Fresh Monkey Fiction, uh, Strike Force, I want to say Strike Force Alpha, and I'm saying it wrong. What is it? It's on BBTS, and it's what I plan to order next week. What is it? Anyway, no, I'm gonna get it. Uh, yeah. Call sign Longbow. Yeah, I mean all of them are in that 25 range, so it's like Much as I don't like the 25 range, it's going rate, so you just got to deal. My local comic shop has just had a bunch of Lord of the Rings, and I kind of wish I had picked them up. I want to go deeper in that line. I got a good amount of those. Um, I got the troll sitting around here somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but I have him. He's around. But Toy Biz Marvel Legends. I mean, I still argue Hasbro can't beat that Magneto. They've never done a Magneto that's good. Mafex, yeah, they beat that Magneto, but that's an expensive figure. Toy Biz, nobody beat that figure. Nobody. Oh, nice. Yeah, The Hobbit is I still have my Hobbit book from when I was a kid. One of the first books I ever read. And that there's a picture of Smog in that. Oh God, I need to figure out who painted those. But beautiful painting. Beautiful painting. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things in the world. But anyway, guys, I don't know, just talking about collecting here, just kind of rambling. So I've got the Masters of the Universe cartoon figs. And what I'm thinking of doing is doing a Masters Monday. Started doing Motu Monday, and I think I'm doing Masters Monday just to get those out. And uh, let's see what's on the tap. Gamora. I've been doing the hella dope deal with the various Disney Plus figures, and Gamora's tomorrow, and then Hydra Stompers Friday. That'll be the end of that. So that's kind of getting a lukewarm reaction. So that'll be over. Hopefully tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Thursday will be Creepies and Beep Beeps. I will have a certain big monkey, not that big monkey, one from Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. That might give you a clue. It's a big old monkey though. I will hopefully have that video finally done. That's been a labor, but has my absolute favorite opening I have ever done on any action figure ever. Promise. It's just i- if you watched my favorite openings of last year, I did preview it there. But it's just really awesome. So I hope y'all enjoy that. Uh, Next week, I'm not sure what's happening. I may start or Masters Monday on Monday. May not. It depends on how quickly I can edit the videos. I got a busy weekend. My mother's birthday is actually today, but where I have to work, we're going to celebrate it on the weekend. So we'll see. That's going to take up a bunch of my time. So we'll see what happens next week. And then the last of my big push will probably be next week too, because I'll have my tax return. And my tax return is nice because, well, I have a lot of little kids. No, I don't have a lot of little kids. I'm kidding. Nah, get a decent return this year. So I do plan to do some pushing. Do plan to finally upgrade SteamYard to the paid plan and a bunch of other new stuff. So if you haven't noticed, there's been some rebranding going on, and I'm trying to just make something different. I've been inspired by Largo, Grand Head Gym, and it's Chad. They're all doing their own thing. They're doing it well. Trying to find my own thing to do well. I don't know. Hope you enjoy it. Not, that's fine. I'll keep going until you enjoy. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Uh, you know, me bitching about Marvel Legends because it's gotten to be trash. It really has. It's gotten to be trash. There's a few turds to polish in there. But uh But anyway, Ian, peace. Thank you for stopping by. Everybody take care. Party on, dudes.